Part 5, The City and the Fire. London doesn't sleep. Not really. It purrs, it thrums, it breathes. And beneath the hum of tube trains, the hiss of rain on rooftops, and the endless pulse of nightlife, there's a current, like electricity waiting for a conductor. That conductor, often enough, was us. By this point, Nadia and I had become something of a whisper in certain circles. Known not for spectacle, but for the energy we brought. Wordless understanding. Boundaries that danced but never broke. A magnetic harmony that wrapped itself around anyone invited into our orbit. But energy, like any fire, needs tending. And as the city changed, so did we. One summer night, London was bathed in gold. Heat clung to skin like silk. The air was heavy with promise. We'd been invited to a gathering in Hackney, artsy, dimly lit, pulsing with Afrobeat and incense. The host was a Ghanaian poet named Kwesi, whose voice could lull stone to sleep. The moment we stepped in, I saw Nadia lock eyes with him, and in that instant, something ignited. Not jealousy, never that, but anticipation, like watching the first spark before a blaze. He approached us like a man who already knew the answer to every question. He didn't ask for permission with his words. He asked with presence. His cologne was spice and firewood. His smile? Devastating, respectful, dangerous in the best way. The three of us spent the evening in orbit, talking, dancing, brushing fingertips, as if rehearsing a script the body already knew. When we finally left, it wasn't a decision. It was inevitability. His flat was modest, warm, full of African art and handwritten pages. And once the door closed, everything else vanished. What followed was not performance. It was communion. Kwesi knew touch like a language, and when he held us, together, alternating, allowing, and exploring, it felt like he'd unlocked something dormant. We weren't just bodies, we were memory, sound, ache, ecstasy. Nadia wept afterward, not from sadness, but release. I held her hand. Kwesi kissed her shoulder. It was holy. No guilt, no shame, only truth. And in that moment, I knew something had shifted again. We started seeking fewer encounters but richer ones. Depth over numbers, quality over conquest. We gravitated toward older men, wiser men, men who had lived something, whose desire came wrapped in reverence, not hunger alone. One of them was from Senegal, an older man named Mamadou, who made music that felt like rivers. With him, Nadia found stillness, and through him I discovered something even deeper, the feminine in me. Not in orientation, but in openness. I allowed myself to be held, to be seen, to surrender, not just dominate. It was revelatory, and through all of it, Nadia and I remained us, woven, wild, wandering, but never lost. We spoke less with words, more with presence. Sometimes she'd just reach for my hand during a cab ride home, squeeze once, and I'd know she was saying, still here. The city kept growing around us, new towers, new scenes, new rhythms. But our fire, it burned steady now. Less wild, more intentional, a lighthouse instead of a bonfire. Shall I take us into part 6, the conversation with the mirror? This next one goes inward, where shame, identity, and spiritual awakenings start to surface. Ready to reflect?